Okay, so we have 5,000 gold. That means it's time to do a draft. I really want to be able to do well in this draft. The last several drafts I've done have really um, not been so good. So I've been really thinking about what I did wrong in those drafts, and it was all drafting mistakes. Like I don't know that the play didn't matter as much. I just didn't draft properly, and it really resulted in like some lackluster decks that just didn't have anything going for them. I think I had two decks in a row with basically no win condition, and it was like it's just not where you want to be. So I'm gonna be trying to do like a proper archetype. Like I think last time we had three colors that didn't really make sense together, and I tried to shoehorn in this white card that I said was a bomb. I took it really late and said if we can get some tokens, it will be good, and we didn't get tokens. So I really want to try to avoid something like that again. Let's see what happens. So we're gonna buy in with gold. We want to win like I always say five is what I consider pretty good. So that's gonna be the goal. I mean, obviously I want to win more than that, but we'll see what happens. Okay. So once again, like we this kind of happens every time I draft. I feel like where the main the first four cards, the ones that you want to be your bombs, are just kind of lackluster. I don't think mission briefing is good in draft. Like, sure it can be good, but I don't think it's the first pick. Direct current is like better as a first pick, I think. League Guild Mage is pretty good too, but I think direct current is better. Gatekeeper Gargoyle is like you would have to build around it. I don't think I would do that. So yeah, kind of sad. Like I just don't like any of these really. I mean, direct current is good, of course, but you don't really want to have to first pick it. You'd rather that there be some kind of bomb. But I will first pick this. So yeah, nothing else is like this is good, of course, but I do think the direct current is better than League Guild Mage. Okay. This is pretty good. So if we take this, we're looking at Boros basically. There's really not an is it option here. We're red already, so I mean we're not necessarily going to be red just because we took direct current. We could also splash direct current. The thing is, all the best cards here are red and white, so there's really like luminous bonds would be pretty decent too. I think Boros Challenger though is like really good, especially in Boros. Direct current is good in Boros also, so I think we're just gonna take that. The thing I don't like about Boros is like you have to be aggro. There's another direct current. You have to be aggro and like we're it's hard to like if I Boros Challenger is really good, of course, but we're gonna need other cards that make this good. This direct current still, and I think it's worth mentioning. I think they kind of changed the way the AI drafts on this. So like they've been prioritizing. Like Demir has been getting taken really hard. So I really wish it weren't AI drafting because like if this were real people, like we're on the third pick and there's still a direct current left. It's like okay, I think red is pretty open, but the AI could just be dumb, and it's really hard to know for sure. But for this pick in particular, I mean, Indrik is really good. What do you do when the rares and uncommons in the first few picks are shitty? You just have to try to find the commons that are good. Like direct current was good, and so you take it. But the downside, of course, is that like a lot of times you really want that bomb, and this is pretty good. Like this is good, but like it's obviously better if you can get like a really strong bomb that makes it a huge payoff for taking a certain color. Whereas if you take direct current, you're like, okay, well, maybe I'm not even going to use this. But I think when I take this pick here, I think that's kind of firmly putting us into at least red. We don't necessarily have to go Boros if we get a really good bomb in another archetype, but this is strong for Boros, and Boros could definitely win very well if you get a good Boros deck. So I'm happy to do it if it works out, and the second direct current is going to help with it. Indrik is really the only other thing that pulls me here. My problem with Indrik at this point is like, you know, we're kind of throwing out our first two picks, and I do think direct current and Indrik are kind of comparable. And the fact that we already have these makes this a little bit better looking, so I'm just going to take that. Rock Charge is good, I think. Well, let me think about this. Is Rock Charger better than Fire Urchin? Maybe. Like, Color the Culprit I don't think is very good. We don't really want like expensive conditional removal in this deck, I don't think. Dazzling Lights is oh no, it's not good. Hammer Dropper isn't very good. It's too expensive for aggro. Like, we want to have a lot of 2-drops, which makes me kind of want to take the Fire Urchin. Rock Charger, though, is like a really good mentor target, and it gives other stuff flying. I think we take that. Like, this is kind of like a curve filler card more than anything. This is like really solid, so we'll take that. I think we should be able to get other 2-drops as we go on. So we would need something really compelling to take us out of Boros at this point, I think. I don't think Boros even wants Guild Gates, actually, because, like, you want to be able to play basic land and curve out, whereas this kind of prevents you from curving out. We don't really want to splash a third color either, so... So these cards are all actually just, like, unplayable, I would say. In which case, maybe I just take like a something to hedge my bets a little bit, something that's kind of strong in another color or okay in another color, maybe Whisper Agent, because I just don't see, like, this is unplayable. This is we're not playing competitive drafts, so there's no sideboarding, and I'm not going to main deck that in a Boros aggro deck. The lockets are not good, so yeah, I'll just take Whisper Agent. I mean, there might be an argument to take the gate, but I really don't think you play a gate in Boros. The gates are nice when you're 3-color, but the boar is a little bit slow, isn't it? It would be the top of our curve. It's not a good mentor target. Then again, we don't have any other good options, really. We could hedge the bets even more and take, like, Thought Erasure in case we end up going to Mirror. How much does the first pick matter for what kind of deck you end up with? I feel like if my best choice is a gold card after the first pick, I'm like, well, looks like I'm using these 2 colors. Yeah, like, that's kind of what I was doing at first, but I watched, there's a recent video of, like, Ben Stark drafting Ravnica, Guilds of Ravnica, and he explained it really well, where it was like, yeah, if you open a gold card and it's really good, you're not committed. Like, first pick, second pick, third pick, even, you don't have to commit to it at that point. He explained it really well, but, you know, I just watched him and I got the feeling of, like, okay, you want to be taking the best cards, so you take a really good gold card, and then your second pick, don't, like, say, well, I took this gold card and it's Golgari, so I only want to look at the green and black cards here. If you see a Boros bomb in the second pick, you should take that. That way you have 2 bombs. And then in your third pick, you have the potential to be Boros or Golgari or splashing. You know, you could splash one of those colors if you get a bomb, like an Is It bomb or something. So he kind of made it like you want to just take the best cards you can at first and avoid committing to a color unless you have to. And that's kind of why I took like, why here I'm considering even taking Thought Erasure, just because I do think we have a decent Boros setup right now. But like the Boar, I don't know how good this really is in Boros. Garrison Sergeant, and we're not going to run Gates. I don't think it's good at all. So it's like, maybe I take this just so that if I open into Mirror Bomb later, I have more playable stuff. But I'm not really sure what to do here. And I'm thinking of taking the Boar just in case. Because this isn't even that good really, I don't think. It's okay, but it's not amazing. If it were amazing, I'd probably feel better about taking it, but now I think I'm just going to grab the Boar. I think we've got some stuff here. This is great if you're playing... oh no, this isn't what I was thinking of, never mind. This is like playable 2-drop. I don't think it's that good. Invert and Vent is like... I feel like Invert is actually really good as a combat trick because we can just like... I don't really like Maniacal Rage either. It's a 2-drop that's not a creature. It can't be used as a combat trick. I think Invert and Vent is better here. We're probably never going to play Invent, but Invert is just strong. This could help give us lethal. It could help us win combat. There's just a lot of stuff this can do for us. Cosmotronic Wave, I think is the... well, Righteous Blow is okay too. I'm not sure which is better. I think this is a little bit underwhelming. Like 2 damage just isn't very good. Like yeah, it costs 1 mana, which is nice. I think having 1 Cosmotronic Wave though is really good in Boros. Nothing else too compelling in other colors. Like Burglar Rat is okay if we were gonna still go black. As we get further into these picks, it seems less and less likely that we're gonna cut out and go to another color now. The Hellfire Whelp is or the Hellkite Whelp is too slow. I think I don't think we can be playing 5-drops. I know this is a 4-drop, but it's also like it's like the end of our curve. It's where we use it to get through at the very end to kill them, basically, kind of card. Skyline Scout is pretty good, I think. It's not spectacular, but it's a 2-drop with upside. If we end up not having stuff to if we're out of cards or something, just spending the mana to give it flying is pretty strong. So I think that's a pretty clear pick here. I don't know how valuable are 1-drops. I've really never drafted Boros, so I'm kind of out of my element here. I don't feel like this is very good though. Like giving another creature haste could be good, but it's very it's kind of an underwhelming card, I feel like. 10th District Guard is also giving +1 to something on the health is not really what I want. Generally it's not what I'm looking for. It's not instant speed, so you're telegraphing that this is going to have more health. Don't block it, basically. But it could help, and it's a playable 2-drop. Gird for Battle, again, it's not instant speed, so you really have to telegraph it. The thing with this is this could synergize pretty well with Mentor. Like, if we put it on, if we buff this up to 3, well, we can always buff it with mana, but we can start mentoring bigger stuff, and if we get other mentor cards, this could be pretty useful. I feel like I just want to be... this isn't really the kind of card I want in the deck. I'm going to just take this in case I need more 2-drops. Alright, this is pretty much all unplayable. None of this is even good with like any other hedge bet we took, really. I don't even think... Let's just take the Recluse or something, I don't know. Okay, Hammer Dropper or Color the Culprit. I don't think we're going to main deck either of these, but this is a little bit cheaper. The thing is, like, if we somehow just like don't get the creatures we need, I guess I would play this, right? So I'll take it. Okay, there's this thing. I guess we. I don't know. I would never play this in the main deck. That's the problem. And this is all main deck. So even though it's like potentially playable, I just wouldn't play it. Oh shit. Is this good? Yeah, it's a good card. um, Unfortunately, like we don't have enough. We did take some green, and we have what's it called? We have a Whisper Agent that would be playable in Golgari, but I don't think like at this point in the draft we have a strong enough like Boros thing going here. I don't think we take something like Underrealm Lich here. Unfortunately, I feel like Wodrick Bodyguard is really good. I overlooked him for a second. I was looking at Sure Strike and Direct Current, but this is like really what we want for sure. 3/3 Mentor. At first, I undervalued this card because I was like, well, it can't attack or block alone, but this deck is going to just be putting out a bunch of cheap shit, so this is really, really good. This is what we want. Niv Mizzet, god damn it. Okay, I hate to do this on stream. Actually, I don't hate to do it because there's not, this would actually be good, but I need this for constructed really bad, so I'm just gonna rare draft it. This is also an amazing card for drafting, but we're not blue at all, so yeah, I'm gonna rare draft this. I know Swarm Companions would be the pick for sure. I think. I don't value Lifelink a lot though, and like it's still a 3 mana 2/1/1s, not amazing. Giving them Mentor though is really good, but I have to rare draft this. Sorry. Okay. This is pretty decent, I think. Wow, that's quite good, isn't it? Although I was watching Ben Stark draft and he took this and he said it was good and he ended up not playing it. I can't remember why he didn't play it. So which is better here? They're both uncommons. We have like First Strike is good for sure. That helps us trade on a lot of stuff. Mentor is very good, but it's only a 2/2 Mentor. The Minotaur, we have to cast instant or sorcery. We have 2 direct currents so far. We have a Cosmotronic Wave and an Invert Event. So if we invert this, it becomes a 3/2, and then we get to prevent a dude from blocking, which is pretty good. Though I think we want to make sure we have enough good 2-drops, and I think having First Strike plus Mentor is a really nice combo. I'm going to take this. Hostile Marshal is very good. Is Blade Instructor good? I feel like it is, sort of, but I think the Marshal is probably better. It's just generating a bunch of shit that I can mentor onto. This can mentor stuff pretty well, but I feel like one issue with this card is it only has 1 health, and like it's probably going to die a lot of the times when it attacks. I think the Marshal is just straight up better, probably. Maniacal Rage, I mentioned already, I don't really want to take that. I don't think this is particularly good, actually. But my other choice is like Hunted Witness. Basically, that's the only other choice. This is like... It's a 4/3 with Mentor, but it's also very expensive, and the fact that it deals damage when it takes damage isn't like incredible. But I think Hunted Witness is pretty underwhelming. You know, if it were between this and like Healer's Hawk, I would take Healer's Hawk, but I'll take True Fire. I don't think this works. Does this do anything really in Boros? Oh, wait, here. This is just better, right? This is like a really good like 3 mana for flying and haste, and 2/2 is pretty strong. Um, Inescapable Blaze is like really expensive. I don't know if you play that in Boros. I feel kind of like maybe, you get them low and then they stabilize. It's just a finisher. Beacon Bolt is also like good in Is It, but it's not. I don't think it's playable in Boros. We're not going to take Hammer Dropper. I think we'll just take the Blaze. We already have one Hammer Dropper. We don't really want to have to play it. This is all kind of crap. I'll just take the Torch Courier. We do have a thing that benefits from having gates, which we don't really want to play. And like I said, I don't want to play gates because if I put a lot of gates in, it's going to prevent us from curving out, and we need to curve out and win. I also think we're better off, like, in a quick draft. I think Boros aggro is really good because they don't have, like, they're not going to be able to sideboard it and do anything against the deck. They just die to it if they're not ready. Okay. This is like, I decided this card is pretty underwhelming. It's like barely good enough to put in the deck unless if we have other better stuff, we're putting the better stuff in. Whereas I think their Sure Strike is actually quite good, so I'll take that. Halberdier is like pretty terrible, but I don't have like, I'm not going to splash in Hypothesisal. I'm not going to splash blue. We're at the end of pack 2. We're doing Boros for sure at this point, so we'll take it in case we have to play it, I guess. And wow, this came back around, so I'll take that. I don't want to have more than one Cosmotronic Wave. I know it's okay. It seems like it's good, but having more than one, you just end up with them in your hand and you're not playing minions or creatures. I'm used to Hearthstone too much still. And like at this point, I will take Maniacal Rage just because we're not going to do another color at this point. There's just no way we're switching colors. The Witness came back around. That's fine. I'll take it. Okay. Wow, that's a good card too. Okay, fortunately there's nothing that I feel tempted to rare draft here. Crater Maker I like a lot. Um, I do wonder. So if you look at like Direct Current versus Crater Maker I think is mostly better. We already have 2 Direct Current. Direct Current can hit face, whereas this can't, like with its ability, but this can just attack and hit face. And generally this is like, I think Crater Maker is just straight up better. So maybe if we didn't already have 2 Direct Current, it would be a tougher choice, but I think you just take that. Am I overlooking anything? No, I don't think so. Frenzy, huh? Do you play this in Boros? Maybe, I think you do. The only other thing I'm looking at a lot here is, I think, is the unit. Man, I wish I had paid more attention to Boros stuff. Like, I feel like the Unicorn, in theory, would be good, but my experience with that card is like, it's a 2/2, and it never really, excuse me. It's a 2/2 for 4, and it just never really gets to do its thing, it feels like. Blade Instructor, Ornery Goblin I like too. I think it's a solid 2-drop. So, Experimental Frenzy though, is like, if we run out of steam, we just play it, and then we can just start slamming stuff down. Just slamming down 2-drops. I think we take Frenzy, right? I mean, like the Goblin is good, Instructor is pretty good, but I think we take this. Gravitic Punch, Command the Storm. Okay, so there's some pretty strong stuff in here. I just wonder, I think like this is tempting sort of because You know, if they put down something that just blocks out everything we do, we can just pop it because we have this for that as well. This costs one more mana, but it can hit face also, and this is one mana cheaper, but it cannot hit face, and it does one less damage. Sometimes I just wonder, are we just going to have to kill them before it comes to that? Gravitic Punch, again, could help close out. Another Direct Current wouldn't be bad, I don't think. Maybe we just take another Direct Current, because the thing with Direct Current is you can jumpstart it too, and like that's a lot of potential just face damage we can build up. Whereas like this is kind of clunky. This is so much more versatile. I think we just take that. I don't think that's good enough. I don't think that's good enough. This is good, right? Luminous Bonds. This is good too. Luminous Bonds is good. This is kind of actually tempting me. How good is the Goblin Banneret in Boros? So we can... He's really only good if you're spending the mana to buff him. And then he's still just a 3/1, so he's probably going to die. The big advantage is that you can play him as a 1-drop and then do stuff with him later. Like on turn 2 even. I mean, you would have to have another creature out though to make that really do anything. Skyline Scout is good. We have one already. How many creatures do we have? Let's like fix this a little bit. I want to make sure we have enough creatures before I start taking like Luminous Bonds, because what I want is like I want to make sure we have a critical mass of cheap creatures to just win the game with. But I would like, this is a nice cheap spell that we can just shut out a big threat with, because we were talking about taking like I forgot what it's called already. The direct 5 damage to a creature for 5 mana. This is 3 mana. So this is much more playable in Boros. I feel like, okay, we have 1, 2. I'm not going to play that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I say we have enough creatures. The question is just like, these are all some good creatures we're giving up to take Luminous Bonds. Do we say, well, we already have 3 Direct Current. The problem with Direct Current is it doesn't deal with a big threat, whereas this does. Really tough choice. Like this is, I think, one of the choices that really can decide how good your deck does, because you just have to have the experience of knowing what's more important here. We have a lot of 2-drops already. 2-drop creatures even. We have some 1-drop creatures. We have a solid amount of 3-drop creatures. So our curve looks pretty good. It's just like, I wouldn't mind having another 2-drop. Not really the one you... This is another... I'll take the Bonds. It might be wrong. Maybe I'm supposed to take the Goblin here. Fuck it, I'll take the Goblin. It feels more correct somehow. I'll take the Blade Instructor at this point. We kind of wanted it a few times and we didn't take it, and now I think, given what we're seeing, I think it's worth taking here. The Fire Urchin, pretty good enough curve filler, I would say. It's probably going to end up being a 2/3 with Trample at some point. We could even take the Shield Mate. I don't think that really makes sense though. The mana cost is the same, but this just has like better stats for Boros especially. Demotion I think is pretty solid. Like, it can't block. It's kind of a thing we like. Shutting its abilities down could be important. Oh yeah, she's here. She made it. It took I had to drive for like 6 hours yesterday. It was kind of nice though, because I don't usually get time like to myself, and I just drove for 3 hours to get there by myself, and Okay, I really don't want two of these. I'll take a Gravitic Punch. Like, maybe we play it. Probably not, though. Hmm. I think Take Heart is better. The fact that this is not an instant is just really not great for me. Take Heart is pretty cheap too, and it has good stats. Well, the Unicorn came back around. I guess we take the Unicorn. I don't know if we actually want to play it, but I'll take it. I like Hunted Witness a bit better than Torch Courier because it's just a thing that can be mentored, and like they don't really want to remove it because it just brings the thing back, you know. That's an interesting choice. The Urchin or the Scout. The Scout is pretty fragile. Like you have to invest mana into it to get it to fly. It sucks that we didn't get any Healer Hawk. Like I really wanted Healer's Hawk, and we didn't even get one. This card is like, it doesn't really start hitting hard until you have two instants of sorceries in the graveyard. We do have three direct current. We typically will play these pretty early too. Um, but this also hits harder, like before it gets buffed. Oh yeah, I misread this. I think this is probably better. Like if we have multiple ones of these out and a few instants in hand, we can just pump them up really big and go for it. Fuck. I'm not gonna play that. Okay. So let's dump the clunkier cards first thing, and the cards that aren't even in our color as well. Okay, so we don't want. Let's look at the top of the curve. I don't think we want the boar. Like, the only thing is we have. Like, do I want a what's better, the boar or the unicorn? This is harder to remove. It's easier to cast. The buff is pretty solid. This is just it's really good if the board is super wide, I guess, but it's just a 2/2. I just feel like it dies to like every removal in the format. So I don't think I'm going to play that. Gravitic Punch, I don't really want to play that. Rebel Pelt Boar, yeah, maybe we keep that in. I think we keep this in. So the top of our curve, I think that's about right. Like, we, we want to top out around 4. This is like maybe even questionable keeping in, I don't know. And then we just want to have a bunch of curve out shit. So we have to cut like 5 cards, it looks like. Hunted Witness, we don't want 2 of those. It does help with like Hazda Marshall to have more shitty 1-drops that stick around, especially. But 10th District Guard is pretty crappy, I feel like. I don't think we need it. The so some of the questionable stuff in here is like Experimental Frenzy. A little bit questionable, I think, but this and this are sort of fulfilling the same purpose. Blaze and Frenzy, like they're both kind of hedges against, well, what if we run out of steam and we just need to kill them? I think Frenzy makes more sense for that than Blaze does. Blaze though also allows us to like, if all that's between us and winning is some big dumb creature, we can just pop it. It can't be countered is nice too. Invert, how good is Invert here? What kind of mentor stuff does it open up? We could mentor, we're looking for stuff that has, where's, making sure how Mentor works exactly. It's like with lesser power. So we're looking for stuff with like this, I guess. Like if we invert the Skyline Scout or the well, the Rock Charger is a good target on its own. But anything that has like high power and low toughness, we invert it and then we can mentor it, and it's pretty good. I just don't know, like the Minotaur would be or no, that's wrong. I don't know. I don't know how good is invert or like demotion, which is better. Invert or take heart, which is better. I think Sure Strike is like our best combat trick probably, although it costs 2 mana. Because I probably want to cut combat tricks at this point, right? I've cut out the weaker minions already, so. I think I take this out. This just lets us get through and attack more. This is like removal, basically. In an aggro deck, you don't really care if the creature can still attack as much. You just don't want it blocking. So 2 more cuts. Are there any minions that just are creatures that just aren't really that good? I'm kind of questionable on Blade Instructor. Like, I don't know if it's really good or not. We're fairly heavy on good 3-drops too. Maybe the Boar. I feel like it's just kind of a expensive card that's not really that good. So just cut one more thing. I do like having 2 Fire Urchins, I think. Maybe we cut one of these. The Frenzy or the Blaze. Probably the Blaze, I guess. We already do. Like, this is... Demotion does... The thing like the Blaze, oh, I can kill a big creature. Like, Demotion does that for 1 mana. Being able to hit 6 to the face, though, is really good. I don't want to cut that. I really want to try using Frenzy, too. Maybe Skyline Scout isn't really that good. Because it's just kind of like, you have to use a lot of mana on it to make it really that good. Alright. So, let's go this... Oh, let's look at the land, actually. We might have too much land. 15, 16. I think 16 land is good, right? For aggro like this. True Fire, though, is like... one reason I wasn't too enthused about that card, but... I'd rather have that as a curve topper than like Hammer Dropper or like the Boar or whatever. So... The deck is mostly red, but the problem is we have like a bunch of 1-drop white cards. Direct Current we want to be able to play early, and that needs 2 red, so I don't really like this ratio here. I think it's a little bit risky that we don't get a plains early enough. We could, because we have Direct Current, I think I'm going to run 17 land, or not Direct Current, Experimental Frenzy. Just in case we go Frenzy, we want to be able to drop a lot of 2-drops all at once, basically. It doesn't matter. So away. Huh. So, I feel like I want to go down 1 mountain. I don't know if that's right, but like, I know the ratio is more red, but these cards make me, if we can't get these cards down, like Hostile Marshal especially, if we can't get that down early, it's pretty shitty. So let's go like 10 mountains, 7 plains. And I guess that's good enough. And maybe I shouldn't have even... Why does it have blue in here? Oh, because of invent, invert. Invert doesn't require blue, so it's fine. Maybe I should have cut that. I don't know. It's a bit of a situational card, but I feel like it has, for 1 mana, it has some good potential, like strong things that it could do. So this is pretty light on early plays, but we have the land we want. I don't like that we don't have a 2-drop in the opening hand. It's kind of scary. Do I mulligan this though? I go first too. I think I'm going to mulligan. I might regret that. Well, this is like, we have to draw another land now, but I do like this. At least we have a 2-drop now. And then a 3-drop. Okay, and we can scry a little bit. Might have been a mistake to mulligan, but ultimately, like, we were looking at a hand where we didn't have a turn 2 play. Oh, that's annoying. Let's scryed it down and got another one. Yeah. We were looking at a turn where we didn't have a turn 2 play, and now we still don't have a turn 2 play, but at least, like, well, we might have a turn. No, we don't. We're just getting shit draws now. Okay, this isn't good. And I even have 17 lands in here, like, yeah, so we're like playing insanely behind already. Not what I wanted to have happen. Okay. Well, Stalwart contests both of these guys, so it's good. Better than the Urchin. The Urchin does have 3 health. If we got if we pumped it, we would have some good trades. And this does have Mentor, so it can mentor the Urchin. Now this is making it so we can, well, this has the first strike, so we can still attack, thankfully. Okay. We have a chance of using Direct Current, but I think we need to play the Urchin probably. Let's just attack first. He has 1 mana open. I don't find it... He might have a combat trick, but we do have Direct Current if that happens. So we're going to attack. And we'll Direct Current if we have to. If it will save a guy. Double block. Okay. So we're going to kill one of these then. Because I don't... Oh, wait, what? Why didn't I... Oh, it's a sorcery? What the fuck? Oh my god. For some reason I thought that was an instant. Okay, well... That's unfortunate. We still got a 2-for-1 though. Oh no, we didn't. Fuck me. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. Well, this will be able to trade next turn probably. Not a good start. I can't believe I thought that was an instant. I don't know why I thought it. It felt like a card that would be an instant, and it's not. All right, how afraid am I of this? Not really afraid. Trample doesn't really matter, I don't think. Okay, that's annoying. So, nothing I do matters here. He's just going to hit me. That's fine. These both have vigilance, so... Alright, land is good, I guess. We're going to... Well, direct current doesn't do a whole lot now. We direct current this and it dies, and then this is a 2/3. But that's not like we can't attack. It just kills the thing, right? We can play Smeltward Minotaur, but it doesn't really contest anything, and then we don't have mana for direct current anymore. We could invert it and make a trade, which is shitty, but we could do that, I guess. We could just play Experimental Frenzy. We're kind of dead. Like this, we're gonna take 9 damage if we don't chump block. I think we just have to direct current the Okapi, which feels really shitty, but what else can I do really at this point? I could invert and attack. I think he just doesn't block and then he just counterattacks if I do that. I'll save it for a combat trick, I get. Well, yeah, I think it works as a combat trick, right? Because I would be able to make his attack like he'd become a 3/2 or something, and then I could trade. The problem is we're playing defense as Boros aggro, so that's not really where you want to be. Okay, so he's got 1,000,000 mana already. So if I do this, he's going to become a 3/2, right? I believe so. And I think this is the only... We need to spend the mana. It's not great, but we're going to do it. Flipping anything else doesn't make a difference. We can jumpstart this if we really needed to, but like Frenzy... Maybe we need to just play... I kind of want to get this down before I play Frenzy, but like how good does this do? This doesn't really do much of anything is the problem. This is like... It's going to chump block a token, I guess, which is not nothing or anything, but this guy is just going to keep doing shit too. I think I just have to play Frenzy right now and start going off if possible. So let's do that, I guess. So we got Woodruck Bodyguard, whatever. We're going to play him. I might have to cut this out. Like, imagine if this had just been a playable minion or a land. Like, I don't know. It's a playable creature. I need to stop saying minion. Well, I can at least use it as direct current fodder. Oh, no, I can't. Well, yeah, I can actually. Wait, what? Where was our... Oh, we drew the bodyguard, so we don't get to play it. Fuck. Okay. Well, here's another direct current. That's not terrible. This is going to be a continuing threat. I don't want to hit it. I just want to clear these out, I think. Let's just see what happens. We're going to hit this guy. See what else we get. Okay, that's bad. Yeah. So maybe we cut this too, because like as you saw right here, if we top out with something that's not cheap, we can't play it, and this was just strictly worse than having our own hand. Like we could have played the bodyguard, and now we're just kind of like not doing so good. Okay. Well, that's good at least. Play him. Maybe we just have to remove that. Play an instructor. Just as a blocker to kill something, probably, yeah. Because, like, I'm not going to double use 2 cards to kill this right now. I think we just have to leverage our Frenzy if possible and just keep playing shit. It doesn't feel good for sure. Mountain, okay, yeah, sure. It sucks, like, you know, when you're on the defensive with this deck, it's just nothing is good because you're not... He's giving me life. Okay, well, he's giving himself life too, yeah. I mean... Because, like, this mentor isn't going to do shit. We're never going to be able to attack at this rate. Trample, okay. We could... I think we can, like, block a 3/3 and sack to kill something, maybe. Let's see what he attacks with. Okay, that makes sense. So, whoops, block, block that, block that. Okay, let's hope we don't. Okay, this is not really what we want, but we have to play it because we're doing Frenzy. Just hope we get something else we can play. Okay, that's good. That's... this would be good if we had more mana. We could, like... I don't know. I think we just have to use a direct current here. Drop the blaze, maybe. Just... Let's attack and hope he... It's so shitty. He can't block. He doesn't have flying. So the direct current actually does nothing here. This at least makes it so he can't block, but he doesn't want to block, right? He just wants to hit us. So I guess we... And this is a sorcery, so we can't do shit with it. Maybe we just play this to get it off the top. I guess we'll draw it, and then it's better to draw it than just to get rid of it, right? Because we use up all our mana to do that. We could also destroy this just to start playing our hand next turn, now that we've drawn a lot of stuff. Feels like pretty shitty, but I do want to utilize that mana, and we don't have a way to utilize it right now. And I think I have to chump with this, actually. Maybe what am I going to play next turn? I can play True Fire. Can I play 3, 5, 6, 7? Maybe I play both of these, and then I can start blocking. Let's attack. I don't think we ever win if we don't attack. Like, the plan next turn, I guess, is to play both of these guys. Hope he doesn't have a good play right now. I forgot he can just keep doing that. Wave is... Yeah, we knew we were drawing that, though, didn't we? So we played the Bodyguard and the Minotaur. This is good, but, like, we need to have a wider board if we can get it. Wait a minute. Can we do 6, 7, 8? This is 4, 5, 6, 7. We could play this and something else, can't we? This isn't really a good blocker, though. I'd rather play the body. I don't really want to block with any of these guys. We want to be attacking, but 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah. And really, we don't want to attack now, I don't think. I'd rather just... I need to kill this. Like, he's getting so much value out of it. It's... I know I said I didn't want to double hit it with direct current early on, but oh my god, come on. He's playing this in his main deck. He is running out of cards. Our experimental frenzy got us some card advantage, sort of. We didn't really do the stuff we wanted to with it, but we did build up a hand, and then it was a very slow play, though. I question how... I feel like he's got a combat trick. The problem is... Okay, let me think about this. He's going to hit me for 6. If I don't block and he does have a combat trick, I'm probably dead anyway. So if I think he has a combat trick, the correct play is just to block him. Which feels like shit, but... Okay. Well, I'll take that, I guess. I mean, it's not... We're still far away from winning, but at least now we have some stuff we can do. I don't know. Alright. So, this is like... I kind of just want to ignore this. Because the options for removing it are just so bad. The problem is it's preventing me from attacking here, and like at some point I need to start attacking. But this attack next turn is so much more valuable. It's going to mentor. I think I just need to hold my line. I really hate to use Inescapable Blaze on this 3/3 here, because my creatures can handle it as well. The problem is I don't really want to trade that either. Um, so maybe I just do this for tempo, basically. I don't have a way to spend the mana anyway. It's an instant. I can wait at least and see. Right? I mean, that's like, because if he plays like a 6/6, clearly I'm gonna, okay, what is this gonna become? A 5/5? With haste? Okay, so yeah, I guess it's good that I didn't do that right away. So we just want to kill that then. What? Oh, wait. Can't block this turn. Does that even matter? Probably not. He shouldn't. He might be able to buff this and save it. Anything that gives it more than 2 health. 2 or more health, and it's safe. Okay, it's not safe. He's running out of cards. We might be in an okay spot eventually. He didn't attack? Huh. I feel like that was a mistake. Although, maybe not, because we're like... If he has a combat trick, he can just kill us. I feel like I have to attack to get the mentor and shit going up. We can prevent this guy from blocking in a number of ways. I really want to kill it. The problem is, to kill it, I would have to use my entire hand to kill it, which is just terrible. So I don't think that's an option. Really, I think what I have to do is just assume he's out of cards, he doesn't have a combat trick. If I just turtle, he might just develop more threats and stuff. This guy's gonna get buffed if I attack. So maybe I just let this guy block. So I'll just attack with the bodyguard. Or no, but he can't attack or block alone. Okay. So it's all or nothing on that. Let's just attack then. The thing is, if I don't attack, I have a sure strike to like make the block better. But he might draw removal. Okay, I'm not gonna attack. Fuck it. Feels bad. But I don't... I want to get value trades at this point. Okay, so he had nothing to do really, which is good. I'm hoping he just... The thing is, if he plays a bomb at this point, I'm kind of in trouble. I won't really have an answer. All right, I think we have to attack now though. Okay, Banneret makes it better a little bit. We can... This isn't going to be able to mentor anything. All right, let's just attack. Why? Okay, it won't let me press that button. I have to manually do it because of his text. I wish these were instants. Like if these were instants, I could at least... okay, so now we sure strike, of course. No way we're going to sack that if we don't have to. I'm going to be so surprised if we actually manage to win this game. The real issue we're looking at is that he has so much health. We can burn him down with some stuff, but... Oh, this is haste. No, it doesn't. What am I talking about? Oh, I can just buff it. Okay, yeah. The real issue, though, is like, let's say he plays like a 12/12 or, just whatever, an 8/8. It doesn't really matter. Actually, a 5/5 would be enough. We're just in a position where we have to keep chump blocking, which is gonna... Okay, that's really good. Well, I'd rather have something that prevents it from attacking, honestly. Like, we have plenty of stuff to prevent him from blocking now. Okay, so we just attack with everything. Attack with everything is a little bit risky just because he might have another... He's had some stuff with haste, but I don't... Oh, I forgot to buff him. Fuck me. Can I still do that? God damn it. That's so bad. I forgot I could do that. Okay, so I don't get to do it. That's really bad. Oh, he gets the mentor. No, it's not bad, because if I had buffed him, he wouldn't have been mentored. So I just got lucky from my mistake. Okay. And then we don't want to buff him again next turn. We want to mentor him one more time if we can. Oh my god, I can't believe I won that. That's fucking miracle. All right, let me think about what happened though. What cards were really not doing their job? We this was I think Blaze and Frenzy are really questionable. I don't think we can play both. I really don't think both of them fit in the deck together. Um, I'm gonna take this out because it's more expensive. And then I want another, like, probably just another 2-drop. Maybe even a 1-drop, Hunted Witness or something. I'll take Skyline Scout, I guess. The Blaze did, I mean, the Blaze eventually won us that game, sort of, but, you know, we shouldn't have been in that position in the first place. And the mulligan I made was a little bit questionable. Maybe I shouldn't have mulliganed. We had a hand with enough land. I just feel like when I'm playing aggro, and I see my hand has enough land, but I have no early creatures, that doesn't feel good. This is a good hand, though. We've got a 1-drop, a 2-drop, and a 3-drop, and 2 lands. Chances are we're going to curve out. He's Boros too. That's annoying. Let's hope that I curve out better than he does. It'll be tricky in this mirror to do like... Maybe he's... Oh, I was just about to say, maybe he's got other colors. If he's playing a gate, he probably doesn't just do Boros. Okay. Oh, I don't have a plains, so I can't play that. That's annoying. Although, at least I can just buff this guy now and attack. He might... No, the buff is terrible because he just gets a good trade. So I don't really want to attack with this guy until he gets mentored by the challenger. I really want to draw a plane. I mean, the bodyguard would be fine too. So next turn we're okay. We're not going to attack. Like if I attack, I'm giving up my creature and giving him lifelink. Alright, that's annoying. Might be worth popping that with direct current. I don't know. I feel like it's probably more important to curve out and get my mentor triggers going. He doesn't actually have anything threatening to mentor this yet, so it's just kind of... If it does get mentored, I'm in trouble, of course, but I don't... If I see him put a mentor thing down, then I know it's a priority target. If I just do this now, I'm still back where I was last turn, whereas this is putting me in a much better position, so I'm going to do that. Because this, when I attack like this, it's bringing the banneret out of range of the witness. Crackling Drake, okay. I don't like to see that. It's going to take a while for this to get strong, though. I think killing this is going to be really nice. So, let's see. He's going to just jump with that, whatever. Although, if he jumps with it, I can kill it with direct current and just ignore that for now. Maybe that's what I do. The problem, I guess, is like... Alright, we're going to attack no matter what. Oh, direct current is... Fuck me. Even if he jumps, I can still kill it, so we're fine. He's got no mana. He's not going to be able to get good trades here. He probably is afraid to jump with this, but yeah, he's afraid. He's afraid I'm going to combat trick it, which I would have. I was just going to second main phase direct current and kill it. Oh, I could have buffed that. Oh no, I can't because I wouldn't get mentor. Yeah. I keep forgetting. It's like you don't really want to buff this until it's already out of mentor range. Okay, so now to utilize our mana, we have 2 of these in hand. I'm just going to pop this guy. The Drake is just doing nothing yet. He's going to have to cast 2 instants of sorceries to be able to threaten anything on those. So we do want to draw planes if we can. That would be a big deal. But I think we're okay enough as is. 2 direct currents still in hand, 1 in the graveyard that we can jumpstart. There's the planes. Nice. Okay. So we're going to attack just like last turn. We're a little bit scarier because he has a lot of stuff open. We cannot use this as a combat trick. This has lifelink. I don't think it's worth popping with direct current though. So I guess we just attack. And we're not going to buff it because we want to get one more mentor trigger. So this one drop is a 3/3 now that can buff up to a 6 or to a 5/3, which is cool. Is he going to block it? He's just going to chump with that, maybe chump with that. If he chumps that, it's dead. So, but at some point he has to decide, like, okay, like, if I don't chump, I'm just taking 3 every turn, which is not where he wants to be. And I know I could just like, okay, oh, he's drawing, whatever. Whenever I see that, I think it's a counter, and then it's like, oh, you're just drawing cards, cool. Yeah. And this just doesn't. All right, that's annoying. I'm gonna kill this for sure with the direct current. Hopefully, he's not able to get it up to 3/3 on this turn. That's also very annoying, but I don't think he can grow it. Okay, I better shut up before resolve. Resolve. He's got one red-blue mana open. What combat trick could that be? I don't think any. If he had a combat trick, he would attack with that. This is like, oh, this has summoning sickness. Never mind. So he's not even going to attack. Cool. All right. Unfortunately, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So I've got full mana utilization here. Well, no, I've got one left, one open mana. I think it's pretty important that I kill this immediately before it grows again, because then it will just be out of range, and it's a 3/3 I can't really deal with very easily. So I'm just, and he doesn't have mana to counter, so I'm just going to kill the Steamkin. Maybe I should have pumped this so I could, oh no, I couldn't have mentored anything. This is actually not able to mentor now, which is kind of shitty. So I have one more direct current if I want it. Do I kill the Healer's Hawk or something? I feel like that's really playing scared a little bit. Oh, I should have buffed this guy. Fuck me. I keep forgetting. God damn it. At this point, I did want to buff him, right? Oh no, he can mentor the challenge. Yeah, but he can mentor the challenger anyway. Buffing him just would have been strictly better. There was no downside to doing that. I guess he was going to block it in either way, but so it didn't really matter, I guess. Double block? Okay, fine. Yeah, so that's right. I mean, obviously it sucks to lose my dude, but killing killing his dude to, I guess he's only losing one guy, yeah, right? So, well, no, he's gonna lose 2 now, right? So we don't get to put the Urchin down, but I think killing the Crackling Drake is totally fine. This is gonna be annoying for sure, but if it becomes annoying enough, I have 3 direct currents I can play. I know I have to jumpstart them, but like, he would have to. Is he gonna double direct current this? Do it, jumpstart it too, please. Use up like 3 cards to kill that. Yeah, he's doing it. Okay, cool. I'll take that. No problem. Alright. So we're going to just sack this mountain to kill the Healer's Hawk. I don't want him chump blocking. I don't want him healing. I just want him dead. probably will concede it after he sees that, I think. We'll see though. And that's why card advantage is so important. Like, I feel like the natural tendency is you're like, oh no, please don't kill my guy. But when I see him using 3 cards to kill my guy that's already like done a ton of shit, then I'm just happy because then he's out of cards and it's just like, okay, you're dead, dude. Yeah. I don't think I even deserved to win the first match we played. I mean, I managed to come back, but it just was like, we had a bunch of shit. The deck just wasn't, I got a really bad opening and I barely managed to squeeze through, but that game was fine. I mean, we curved out really well. I think his deck was too, it was red, white, and blue, and I don't feel like the white was justified. There just wasn't like, I mean, maybe I just didn't see his bomb or whatever, but it just ended up being kind of inconsistent. And if you buff the golem before the damage calculation, when it triggered its mentor, so you could have buffed the 3/3. Yeah, I think it would have. So it would have been really good. I don't know. I just kept forgetting to do the goblin. I don't know how I kept forgetting it, but I did. And yeah, I guess that's why the goblin is so good, right? Because you buff him, then he can mentor stuff. So yeah, it would have been like way, way better if I had done that. I'm totally fine if I don't get a 1-drop. Having a 2-drop, and this is one of our stronger 2-drops, so I'm happy with that. Okay, that's better than that, I think. So the question, I guess, would be this. I don't really want to sack this to kill a healer's hawk, but we don't have any other. This could kill the hawk eventually. I have to assume he's going to be able to buff this just for like the purposes of calculating what to play. This is like pretty much better to have on board, I think. In case if he does buff it even with +1/+1, I have first strike, so I think I'll do that. This is can be used in an emergency to just pop it if I had to do that. Okay, green, he's Selesnya. Probably Selesnya. Okay, that is fine. So Crater Maker cannot be mentored. I kind of just want to kill the shield mate and start attacking, but I don't really know how to view this. It's like, okay, on one hand, we have, I could also just demote it, but I think I need to save this. Like, on one hand, this could win in a trade or whatever. It could eventually be mentored by something bigger. But, like, the value of just killing it right now feels pretty good. So maybe I just do that. Because if I mean, I attack anyway, right? Like, first strike, he has no mana open. I do the attack. Can I just sack? Maybe I just sack this later. I guess it could go. He could buff it or something, but I don't know. I feel like I should wait or something. Because if I get any of my other mentor guys out, this is a mentor target, and if he offers the trade, I might just take it. Maybe. It has vigilance, so it'd be kind of a decent trade, maybe. Fuck. Okay. The question though is like, is he gonna combat trick me? If I don't block this, I can just attack next turn. I can actually play Cosmotronic Wave next turn, anyway, and kill the hawk. That's kind of a shitty way to kill the hawk, though, isn't it? I'm just going to use the ability now, actually, and just kill this. Instead of blocking. Like, if he has a combat trick, he needs to use it anyway. I don't know what difference that really made. I guess if he gained it, like give it first strike or something like that, it's better to just hit it for 2 to avoid first strike. Sworn Companions, that's annoying. Oh no, it's not. Now I just made my Cosmo a perfect play for this turn, which is good. So, yeah, I'll do that. Just wipe his board clean. I'm like, that's like the best thing he could have played for me, you know? Like, if he hadn't played that, I'm like, do I really want to spend 4 mana to kill this stupid hawk? What the fuck? So this dies and creates 2/2/2s. That's pretty fucking good. Maybe I demote it. The only downside of demoting it is like, wait, it's activated abilities. That doesn't mean it's when it dies, right? Just activated abilities, so that's no good. Making it not block, I'm not going to win the race anyway. Um, we're kind of have a bad hand here. Hunted Witness is at least like something I can uh, mentor, but I can't attack right now, which is bad. Actually, though, chump blocking with a witness is quite good because we chump block with a witness and get a lifelink token, and then we mentor the lifelink token up to a 2/2. The problem is this is just like, this is a really good card, isn't it? I don't really like to make this, you know, this could just get picked off, this token now, whereas the witness is harder to pick off. But I think preventing the 4 damage is kind of important because we're in a situation where the race is not going to be good for us, and that's annoying. The 4 life is a bit annoying. Having the 3/4 is the most annoying thing, though. Okay, we maybe just need to pull the trigger on. We can use we could use invert to kill the Loxodon, but like trading this into the Loxodon and then I just have like these shitty guys. I need to keep him alive to keep mentoring, I think. So I think I have to demote this, even though I'd rather demote this really. Just for this turn, so I can attack this turn, I think I need to demote it. It sucks because I'd rather be able to buff the Ursha next turn, but I guess I can do the invert on it. So let's attack first. This is an enchantment, so I need to do it now. Not feeling super confident right now. This does have lifelink, which is going to make a difference for sure. We got another dude down at least. We can... Invert is probably going to be helpful. This dude has first strike, but that's not going to put anything into range. Okay, this is very annoying. We really want to draw direct current now, I think. Would be really nice. I can't believe this has happened after I cleared his entire board. Experimental Frenzy would be a pretty good draw too. So I don't think we can afford to block here, but we are going to take a lot of damage, which sucks. I need to remove this though, I think. Okay, that's the perfect draw. So what's the bigger like even if we kill this, he's just going to get 2 more 2/2s. Ignoring this, we're eventually going to die, of course, but I think we have to kill this right now. And it's a sorcery, so we just do it right now. And then I think we just have to attack. We're going to offer him some stuff. It's shitty, right? Like, oh, and now we can't mentor this because it got buffed already. God damn it. He chumps with this and gets lifelink. He kills one of our guys. We don't have enough mana for direct current. I think we don't attack, actually. Feels really bad to say that, but what are we going to chump block? What are we going to block next? Are we double block or something and then he gets 2/2/2s? That doesn't feel good either. I guess we kill it with direct current or something. I don't know. really bad situation, I'd say. He just kills the this thing if we attack, and then we're just in a worse spot than that we're not going to win from, right? I think I have to be willing to just take some damage and try to draw into better answers. Like oh my god, really? Well, that sucks. So this is gone. I guess that would have been a reason to attack if we thought he was going to remove. Okay, nothing. This I don't have a way to kill anything, so I just either take 7 damage or I chump block. I don't think I do either. I have to look to he's out of cards. Okay, that's a bit late. I mean, it's not bad, but it's going to give me an even trade at least. The thing is, like, that's not really what I want right now. This isn't really cutting it. The biggest issue is that killing this doesn't change the board state. Like, I kill this and he just gets 2/2s, so I kind of want to kill that. But now it can't even block, so I can't even bait it into doing anything. I guess I just have to play this, right? And chump block next turn with a 2/2 at least. I might remove it. This isn't good enough, I don't think. Like, this is just, imagine if this were just a more straight up combat trick that just gave me stats. It would be doing way better than it's been doing. Okay. So we're dead if we don't block. We can just chump the Loxodon, or no, we chump the Cavalier, and we go up 2 and take 3, and then we have some counterattack stuff open. We can also just I don't think killing this ever is good enough. We kill this, and then we're facing 2 more 2/2s. We could double block that. We're still facing 2/2s, and we have nothing left. Or can I wait? I can invert and do something here. I'll chump there. I think this is going to work. Maybe I'm right. Is this only when it's attacking? No, okay. 2 blockers. So I'm going to invert this and make it a 4/2. And then this, what did I ran out of time, I guess? Fuck, okay. So what did I didn't hit submit. I don't know what happened. God damn it. It didn't work out how I wanted it to. That's, oh, well, that's a bit late. What happened? Wouldn't this have been a 4/2 and killed that? I seriously don't know what happened. I was just like looking to see if there was a better target to something else, because I could switch 2 people. I was seeing if I could do another favorable switch on something, and I think maybe because I didn't do it fast enough, I didn't hit submit. It just assumed I didn't want any switches, which is kind of a stupid assumption to make, I think. But all right, I lost that one. That 4/4 was a bomb. Like, I never really thought that card was that good, but it you know, I guess it's vulnerable to something like Conclave Tribunal or like Capture Sphere, something that just kind of takes it off the board without killing it. But if you have to direct damage kill it, it's just like a menace. You can't. It's just like a 4-for-1 a lot of times. Like I would have had to trade something, lose my creature, and then use double removal spells to kill the 2/2s. It was just like completely. I just didn't have a way to do that. So. But yeah, I think if I had pressed submit, I would have at least killed the 4/4, and then I could have direct currented one of the 2/2s and maybe not died. All right, this looks like a good opener. We'll take that. Not having a direct current early enough really hurt us last time. We the creature buff. Yeah, I just think because the spell says you may do up to 2. It was like, well, you didn't submit, so you chose 1 and you didn't submit. I guess that's how it looked at it. All right, this is looking like a nice curve out. Very nice curve out, actually. We have removal if we need it. So yeah, this is the interesting question. You have like, okay, do you actually remove this right now? I would say no. I think developing this is better because we're going to make this into a 2/2 with the mentor, and he's not going to want to block that anyway, I don't think. And even if he does, well, I guess you could argue this is value. You don't really want him to take the trade, right? Maybe. I think it's probably good to kill this because I really don't want him to trade into this. This is very valuable to hold on to. So I'm just going to pop that Guild Mage and swing. Because this can mentor my stuff a really long time. Like, once I can buff it and mentor this, this can buff and mentor, you know, they can just all start mentoring the shit out of each other. Okay. So he's going to be able to steal a card, take a card away from me. I think it's important that I get... Basically, he's going to probably take Truefire Captain away. Unfortunately, like the ideal play this turn would be to buff and mentor so that I can get a good attack in. Because now if I attack, he's going to trade, which sucks. So I just attack with a Challenger probably. And then develop Truefire, which gives me a pretty strong board. And then he's just going to take away the Minotaur. I think it's more important to use a card than to get an optimal attack. Well, I almost fucked that up. I'm going to do this now in case he can somehow pilfer. Like, he can do it when he can do a sorcery, but I don't want him to accidentally, like... Okay. So this attacks. He could double block it. If he does, I'm okay with that, though. I mean, I'm not thrilled, but it's really not great value for him. I guess I'd rather kill the imp, honestly. Because this dies to direct current. I know the imp does too, but I didn't want him to take this card away. What the fuck is this card? You search your life for a black card. Oh, this is a really situational not... Oh my god, really? Okay. Oh, it puts into his hand, so he doesn't even get to cast it without paying the mana. Okay, but he's going to pay the mana and kill this. Whatever. That was a 3-for-1. He spent 1, 2, 3 cards to kill my 1 card, so pretty good for me usually when that happens. Alright, can I buff this and do this? 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Oh, and you can just do this multiple times. I didn't even realize that. Yeah, that's really good. So I could have pumped him up to a 6-2 right here. Of course, I'd rather get this guy down. who's gonna be another mentor target. So now, like, if I just draw another land next turn, I can at least use my mana to mentor the Minotaur and swing more. Oh, god damn it. Okay, I guess not. Well, that's a good draw too. Pretty fragile creature. I mean, I was kind of questionable about how good this card is, even in Boros, just because it's got 1 health. Okay. 5/5. Don't like to see that, really. The goblin would have been nice, because I could have, you know, done my shit with it. So, one option is to just direct current this, sack this, so that I can prevent it from blocking and get one of my mentor triggers off. And then I'm actually pushing in 6 damage on him, which is pretty important. The other option is just attack with the instructor, and then if he blocks, kill it with direct current. That's giving me less overall minion presence, but a creature presence. I'm gonna go with this play, I think. I'm not thrilled about it, but I think I have to go around this card. I have to go around this creature more than I need to remove it. And I forgot to, did I get this ability on? Am I missing something here? He can't block, right? God damn it, tell me I'm right here. Okay, good, thank you. Because see how important, like, even though this is scary and it's a big blocking threat, I guess if he gets another big creature down, I'm kind of in trouble now, because I emptied my hand out to do that. But, fuck, okay, so he gets the big creature down, yeah. And he gets to attack really hard, too. It gets vigilance even. Wow. So he punished my greedy play pretty hard there. And I took Inescapable Blaze is no longer in the deck. I could get another direct current, would jumpstart it, taken down to 1, but that's not quite good enough. The mountain is the worst possible draw we can get. So 11 damage next turn. So he takes me down to 1, assuming he has no extra damage in hand if I don't jump block. Of course, if he double attacks, he's dead, so he can't double attack. So we're not going to attack here, obviously. If he single attacks and we draw direct current, he's dead. The worst thing is if he plays another big fat creature, then we're really kind of not in a good spot. And keep in mind with this card, if any sorcery or instant, we can prevent one of these guys from blocking. So we don't block that. So now if we draw a sorcery, he's dead, I guess, unless he plays a creature. Okay, he plays a creature, cool. At least that dies, but we're kind of like going to die next turn anyway, I think, if we don't get an answer immediately. I guess direct current would do it. We direct current this, tap this, and attack, and he dies. But we've already used, I think, 1 direct current. Have we? Yeah, we exile. Yeah, we use 1. We have 2 more in the deck. Oh my god, come on. Okay, so we can chump block and not die. We could attack with the 3/4 and pretend like we have a combat trick available. The thing is, if we had a combat trick, we would actually just use it now and prevent it from blocking. So I don't think that bluff makes any sense at all. I will keep this in my hand so he thinks maybe I have a combat trick. So frustrating. The play I made was potentially a really big mistake. Like, I could have killed that Lurcher. He could have been, if I had just attacked and made him block and then used the direct current to kill it. I guess the thing is that I would only have 1 guy, and he was still going to play another big creature right after it. But the Lurcher got the buff, and it I don't know. It's hard to say. God damn it, this is haste. So now we have to double. I think we're dead. I can only block 2 things. Because before we were just going to take a hit from this. I guess we're going to go down to 1. Yeah, he's taking us down to 1, I think. And maybe he doesn't block with, maybe he doesn't attack with these, but I think he should. Because I have to chump. If he attacks with everything, I have to block the big stuff. I can't let any of those through. Yeah. Or wait, I can block... Because if I do draw direct current, he is dead. Or no, I need 1 damage to not... Yeah, so it doesn't work, does it? So I can kill the 3/3, I guess, and go down to 1. And then chump the 6. This doesn't have trample, does it? No. So I go down to 1. Direct current does not win me the game. I don't think there's anything that wins me here. That would have been good last turn. This would have won me the game last turn, actually. But as of now, it does nothing, so I lost. That sucked. I'm trying to think. The only thing I really identified as a possible misplay was when I greeted out with that direct current and just put him down lower, hoping that he wouldn't develop more creatures. But I'm still not convinced that was necessarily a misplay. I think there was and then maybe using direct current at all. Like, I used up the invert to do that. I don't think invert would have done anything. I forgot to take invert out of the deck. God damn it. I wanted to just remove it from the deck. It's not good enough. This is a good hand, though. Well, is this a good hand? If we draw plays, it's a good hand. If not, I'll take this. I'll keep this, though, just because I can 2-drop here. I have time to draw planes. And then I'll be able to develop a lot of creatures, but... And this kind of needs 2 planes. Alright. We're fine still. We really do need a planes next turn, though, to really start curving out properly. I'm expecting him to run 3 colors, but we'll see. Okay. Oh my god, that's so bad. Okay. I think we need to Sure Strike here, just to utilize our mana or something. Keep his board down because we're mana starved right now. We need to try to get some value in. Okay, he's not going to block. That's fine. Could I have blocked the 3/3 with your 3/4 and chumped with your 3/1 so that the 3/4 lived? Oh yeah, I could have done that. But yeah, you're right. That probably would have been smarter because killing the 3/3 ultimately didn't matter. And then the thing is, he was at 5, right? So I would have Cosmotronic Wave would have only allowed me to get 3 damage through anyway. So he's got 2 of these. That's really annoying. Okay, that's not really helpful. I mean, it's eventually going to be helpful, but this is like a disaster that I haven't drawn the planes yet. I'm representing a combat trick. Really, okay, I don't think he should have done that, but I'll take it. That really makes things a lot better for me if he doesn't have any answer to this. Because now the board state is pretty equal. He actually took some damage there from the trample. But he's got all his land available. I don't have the land. That's not good. I can at least direct current that if I don't draw the planes. That's like a good play I can do. Okay, there's another mountain that I don't need. So killing this is fine. It lets me swing for more damage too, at least. We might be able to claw this one out if we draw the planes within a reasonable amount of time here. Oh my god, I clicked too fast and didn't get the mountain down. Oh my god. I don't think it's really going to matter that I didn't get that mountain down because our curve tops. Oh my god, okay. I mean, Probably the worst thing he could have used that on, but oh, another mountain, cool. So I think at this point, if I had a target for this, I would just jumpstart and sack the Hunted Witness. But we actually don't even have a target. We just have nothing. No, man, you can, like, especially after the match is over, I really appreciate, like, constructive criticism or saying you could have done this kind of stuff. It's just when I'm actually, like, in the middle of the game, I'm typically not, okay, we finally got the planes, but now we actually have to do direct current here. That will leave us 2 mana open, so we can at least play 2 2-drops, which is, oh no, we need 2 planes. We can play 1 2-drop. We have to kill that for sure. So we'll do that. What are we gonna sack? I guess the Marshal's better. I think we actually sack the mountain though, because it's more important to have like trigger for Hazda Marshal, so I don't want to lose any 1-drops, even though they don't seem very valuable. Yeah, I think that's the right play. Like, we have enough land in general, we just need more planes. Alright, and then we're gonna play... I'll play the Witness so that I can chump at least. Although this isn't really good to chump, because it's probably gonna have trample. I can at least get the lifelink running. Which is probably gonna be important, because we're both aggro and he's winning. So I'm gonna chump. I do like Hunted Witness as a chump blocker for sure. It's like he kind of okay, so he has a double striker. That's annoying. So if I play Crater Maker doesn't do a whole lot, but I only have 1 plane still, so I can't play both of these. So this is gonna have, I can't even block this at all. It's just gonna hit me for 6, and there's nothing I can do about it. I could chump it and then Crater Maker it. No, I can't chump it because I'm never gonna hit it because it has double strike. Well, 3, 4, 5. So I just do my mana efficient play then. So the problem we're looking at now is like I can't attack. We have Hazda Marshal. Maybe I should have played Hazda Marshal actually. That probably makes more sense. I guess what I can do, if he doesn't buff, well, even if he buffs this, I think I'm going to kill the Urchin with the Blade Instructor, which doesn't feel good, but I think I'm going to do it. And then I play Hazda Marshal next turn, just to keep his board down. This is just swinging for 6 to my face, though. It's just really bad. Okay, that sucks. Well, I can actually, this is a decent chump. He can combat trick this goblin, but then I can sack it, right? If I chump here, I prevent 6 damage to face, but then I don't have a trigger for Hazda Marshal anymore. And I think those tokens will eventually like be really important to just continually chump block. Oh my god, really? Alright. Can't block, doesn't help me. So I'm dead basically, I think. Like I can does this count as an activated ability or is only activated if you have to spend mana on it? Is that an that's not an activated ability. I feel like that's an activated. I guess but I can't, I only have 1 plane anyways. I'd rather play this. So I think I just play this and then I'm going to block just the True Fire with my token. And then let the other damage through. Or I'm sorry, I'll block this is gonna get Mentor. Jesus fucking Christ. There's nothing. I don't know what to do. Yeah, this is a real issue. Like he's gonna Mentor the Sergeant, and it's gonna hit for 8. So I'm gonna have to block. The thing is, like, I'm planning to just token block this every single turn from now on. So like, okay, yeah, all right. So hopefully it's just not gonna damage me, but so I can chump. It's really risky to chump this because the only way I win this is if I start getting tokens, and if I chump now, and he buffs it, I don't get a token. So I'm not gonna risk it. I need to get the tokens like right now. I can sack this to kill the hammer dropper, but okay, so I attack. Do I demote anything? Probably the fire urchin. So I attack with everything, I guess. But no, I'm just dead, right? Like there's no play that doesn't kill me here. The Marshal or the Crater Maker, I guess. So he's not even gonna it doesn't matter. Like I don't think it matters what I do. And then I sack this to kill this, and then he just swings and kills me. Yeah, there's no like I can chump the Garrison Sergeant, but then I'm dead. That sucked. So I went 2-3 with what I felt was actually a good Boros deck, but now that I reevaluate things, I don't think Experimental Frenzy belonged in the deck. I played it as a, well, if I ran out of steam, then I'll do this. The issue is that it caused me to run out of steam. Like, I drew it when I needed a minion, a creature, sorry. Like, I needed a creature and I drew, oh, I needed that, actually. That's a good draw, that's a good open. You know, like, I need a creature to play right now and I draw Experimental Frenzy, and it's like, okay. And it just, Boros doesn't have time. That's good too. Boros doesn't really have time to spend an entire turn playing an Experimental Frenzy and then doing nothing. That's not where you want to be. So that kind of sucked. And I didn't really get a lot of gems from that. I'll do some constructed event to try to farm some gold. But yeah, that was just, that leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Not getting the planes, even if I got that planes, his curve out was good. He had some, like, hammer droppers aren't really that good, but he had just good stuff that kept coming out, and I couldn't answer any of it. And I don't know, like, if I had got my white stuff out early, maybe I just would have had an overwhelming advantage. Like, I would have been generating tokens. It's really hard to say, but, and I even, oh, he just surrendered when he saw mono blue. That's cool. And you know, I even went to the trouble in that deck of saying, look, it's so important that I get my white mana down. Oh wait, I'm just on ladder? What? Fuck. Did I don't know. You know, the auto suggestion told me to put in like 6 planes or something, and I changed the ratio a lot so I'd have more planes, and it still just kind of fucked me. So, oh well. Okay, this hand is good enough. You obviously want Curious Obsession in the opening hand with a 1-drop, but you don't always get it. So I think I somehow accidentally like exited the constructed event, and I'm just doing ladder now or something. I'll figure out after this game. Alright, Pride Mate is scary. I just got Curious Obsession though, so that's really good. This deck, I don't think, as much as I'd like to get this down and protect it right now, I don't think this deck has a way to remove on turn 3, so I'm just going to start going right now with my draw attack. Another one. So even if he does remove it, I'll just put it on here. This deck is scary. It has a lot of synergy. It gets big really fast and it kills you. It just gets a bunch of creatures that are huge and you can't deal with them. But if he misses, like he just missed it. He didn't gain any life this turn, so he's really far behind now. And in this situation, I think it's important enough to spread my threats. Usually, like, I'm really big on protecting the Herald. I'm gonna attack first though. I'm really big on like protecting the Herald and blah blah blah. But I don't actually have a counter spell in hand yet. Let's see if I draw one. No. So I think it's actually better to just put the Jin down and have like 2 things that he needs to kill, because he's so far behind. Like even if he removes one of these, I don't really care much at this point. And I have another obsession I can just throw down if I need it. Okay. There's the Wizard's Retort. This doesn't really do enough fast enough, I think. Like this is a trade right now. So I just attack, I guess. He just takes it. I have Retort now. I'm going to not opt because I want to do Trickster and Retort. I'm going to Trickster the Pride Mate immediately. Oh, it's Hexproof. Never mind. I was going to Hexproof it I was going to tap it and lose its ability so it couldn't get bigger. But it's Hexproof, so I can't do that now. Well, that's a really good card that he's not going to play. It's like some bullshit, but alright. And then I'll Trickster the Shalai so that he can't even chump block with it next turn. Well, not chump block. Yeah, it's a chump block. Alright. And I'm just gonna go ahead and spread my threats a little bit here. I'd like to I don't really want to put this on the Jin, but if I put it on anything else, he can actually kill it with a block. So I'm just gonna do that. Get more. I think this is just lethal, isn't it? 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's 1 off lethal. He's forced to block. I'll just attack everything he has to block there. I hope this is actually the constructed event and not just some random game that's not counting toward anything. One thing I really like about this game over Hearthstone, in Hearthstone there's almost nothing that's like any stakes. The only thing you can do is ladder, and ladder doesn't really feel like it ever matters. Oh, if I had played the island I would have had lethal. That was stupid. Alright, Essence Scatter, good pickup. Because like in Hearthstone, you just like, you go play ladder and no individual game ever really matters that much. You just have to play kind of well and you slowly gain your rank. And it takes hundreds of games to make any real progress. And like, what I like on this game is you can do events where you risk your money, your in-game currency up front. And the better you do, the more reward you get from it. And that's very like a lot more appealing to me as like a competitive player. And oh, okay, hold on. So I never actually did the constructed event. Okay, I don't know how I fucked that up. Did I accidentally like? I remember doing this, but I'm really confused. All right, so this is a real. When that guy just like surrendered when he saw my deck, I was like, why would you do that if you're paying to get into the event? Why would you just give up on the first card? because he wasn't in the event. Okay, this is a good hand. Let's see what we're up against. White aggro probably. Yeah. So this is pretty perfect. We have Curious Obsession. We have Dive Down to protect it. He can't block it. He could get a really scary aggro board really fast and race us maybe, because we're not necessarily putting out a lot of damage. Okay. So it's this shit again. Maybe we risk putting a Jin down right now, kind of like we did last time, just to get the real damage going faster. The risk is always, well, Exclusion Mage would be pretty good too, because this is just going to be, I mean, I guess the later I do that, the more value I get, because I just bounce all the +1 counters. The problem with playing the Jin now is I don't have Dive Down. I could do Trickster. I think I'll do Trickster plus Dive Down. Let's see what we draw though. Like Essence Scatter would be, okay, another Dive Down. This is like, if I play this, it's telling him that I'm trying to race, which wouldn't be bad, but I think I can shut him out better with this. Because I'm gonna shut this out so it doesn't grow during his main phase or whatever, or before combat. Can I not? Okay, so now I just Trickster it. This is annoying though, because the Healer's Hawk is actually swinging harder now. And with lifelink, that's a real issue, because I'm not going to be able to race him if he's lifelinking that much. Exclusion Mage isn't looking so good anymore. I think I have to play the Jin just so I can block that, if anything else. Let's attack first. And that we at least have 1 man open for Dive Down now, after I play the Jin. And this card often functions as like a just something you pull out when you need to get something off the board, and because this is the only real removal in the deck. You have a lot of counters but no removal, and like say this becomes a 6/6, we just bounce it in at a critical point and do some, and then he just loses a ton of tempo and stuff and value. It's really annoying. We can't counter it either. So this is a Knight. It's going to get buffed on the 3rd chapter. The problem with our hand now is we just don't have any counters, so we're kind of forced to race, and this deck races better than we do, so. Okay. He didn't attack. Well, that's a bit late. Another Jin would let us block these Hawks, but the problem is this ground stuff is just getting really big. This is like completely absurd. We can bounce one of the tokens and kill it, but I feel like to actually win, I feel like we need the second Jin down, like right now. We're just not going to win. Alright, we have an Essence Scatter up at least now. He's out of cards, but shutting down another threat would be good if we can do it. We can dive down if he doesn't play. Well, I don't really want to dive down, but just as like a chump block option. Oh my god, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. I don't think we can win this now, but I guess I scatter that. It's like a 1-drop. but he would have the City's Blessing, so it would be a 2/1 flyer. So he didn't attack, which is smart. I was hoping to attack so I could just start racing him. I think I have to bounce the Marshal, because it's gonna... This is all gonna get shut down a lot more if I bounce that right now. It's just kind of shit overall, though. Let's see what I get with the draw. It's probably... Nothing is really that good. Yeah, that just makes our Djinns bigger eventually. So we have to bounce the Marshal, I think. Bouncing a let me think about this. So this is giving everything +1/+1, which is a lot. But realistically, I don't think these guys are attacking. But I think this is giving overall... He can just play it again, though. This actually kills something. It's just really... He'll just play it again. He's got the mana for it. And it does it right away, so... I think I'll chart a course, just because I don't have anything else, really. Like, I'm going to dive down once, probably. I could have done it twice, but how good is that, really? Alright, so he's got... Let's see here. 5/4 attack. So I can... Let's see what he attacks with first. Very conservative attack. We can use... Maybe I should have kept 2 dive downs up, because now we can basically kill... I think I have to kill the Hawks and just let him hit me, because I'm not going to win if he keeps healing with these. This is a good value trade. This is just a chump block, whatever. Do I even chump block, though? I think I have to. Oh, I could have saved one of those to dive down. What was I doing? I forgot that happens too. Okay. So, how much damage do I have here? This is going to be 14, 15, 16. So I'm 1 off lethal. Fuck. There's nothing that gives me 1 damage from my hand, though. So, how much damage is he? 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. So he is lethal if I attack with everything. So I just have to attack with this only. Hope I draw, like, another Djinn would be good, I guess. That's not awful, but it's also not good. Okay. So we can double dive down at least. Oh, I forgot that happens again. So he has even more damage than I thought. He's gonna make this guy invincible, I guess, or maybe this guy. Okay. So he's blocking. He's attacking with three tokens. If I let all the tokens through, I die. So I block that 1 token and take 10. And then I block... What? Why can't I... Do it. Okay. And then I kill these dudes and die, and I save both my Djinns. I might be able to kill him. I think he is dead, actually, unless he's got... Oh, yeah, you can save a dude. But I think that's not good enough. Unless I'm mistaken here. Because he can't block these, and they're going to be 8/8s next turn. Maybe he has Settle the Wreckage in hand, and then I just lose to that. But I think he kind of fucked up. Yeah, he fucked that up. Okay, that was a good win. This deck really can be fun. Like, I know it's really not the most interesting deck in the format, but it can be really fun sometimes when you win games that you shouldn't have won and stuff like that. He I'm trying to think what his big mistake was. I don't know. Should he left some blockers up so he wouldn't? He should have just left his flyers as. He didn't have any flyers left though because I killed the hawks. I guess that's the really good thing I did is I killed those stupid hawks when I had the opportunity to kill bigger stuff. I decided to kill the hawks, and then that was his only way of preventing me from killing him. Okay, he's gonna probably be aggro. He could be control, is it? If he's aggro, this isn't great. I'd rather opt. But I do have Essence Scatter up anyway. I think I'll just play that. Even against aggro, this can just chump block if you have to do it. Yeah, so he is aggro. I will chump that if he attacks with it. So basically, my game plan now is to just counter everything he does if possible. The only tricky thing here is I'm not going to have a lot of mana to do it with. But like as good as it would be to, I can always, if he doesn't develop any minions, I can just double opt and try to draw into more counter. So that when he finally does start playing minions every turn, I just counter all of them if possible. I hope he attacks into this. He shouldn't. Okay. Maybe he has a combat trick or something, but I don't value this minion very much anyway. If he's going to waste a... Okay, cool. That's good. Okay, I'm going to Essence Scatter. Anything he plays, I'm going to Essence Scatter. Like, it sucks doing that on a 1-drop, but basically... Alright, let me think about this. I really kind of want to opt and look for another counter right now. I guess I could do it... No, I just do it now, I think. Just in case I get like another better playable. No. That's not it. Okay, so I'll play... I think I play 2 creatures here because maybe it's more important to keep one opt up. I think it's more important to have an opt up, yeah. Just because my hand isn't very good anyway. Okay. That's weird. Go ahead, I guess. Discard your hand is... I don't mind seeing that. I know he's going to draw cards. He's only going to draw 2 cards next turn anyway, so... Trickster, I think I have to keep that. It's like a pretty solid 2-drop that I can actually interact on his turn with. Mage is okay. It's pretty good actually against aggro, yeah. So I'm going to do Chart a Course and Trickster. We're going to attack Chart a Course and then keep mana open for Trickster. Should be good. I'm not really afraid of the 3rd chapter that much. Like, +2, who cares? I mean, he's not... He doesn't even have me, like, low or anything. Spell Pierce is nice. Probably not going to matter, though. Like, what's he going to do? What spell would he play? He's like an aggro deck that doesn't have any creatures on board. I don't think he's going to play a non-creature spell right now. Okay, yeah, so... Resolve. Trickster just for tempo. Like, I know that's not a good value right now, but... Well, it's enough value that I get to attack at least, if I wanted to. I could bounce it. What's better here? Playing the Djinn or bouncing? The Djinn lets me just start swinging. The Djinn is also a very good blocker. The Gutter Snipe is going to get a Keld buff. I think I'll bounce this. This is just a really good tempo play. It takes the value off of the Flame of Keld and stuff. he's kind of choked on mana too. So, and I'll keep mana open for Spell Pierce. Again, in this board state, I don't really see him doing something I can target with Spell Pierce, but the okay, cool. So, good thing I did that. I think he just lost, basically. So we attack with everything, and we play Jin. We'll keep both of these up if we need. If he has like another risk factor, just counter it. He didn't get it. He just didn't try his land. I think that hurt a lot. Okay. His deck kind of sucks, I think. I think it's he's just kind of playing whatever cards he thinks are good, and they're not really good. Because like there's like good aggro mono red decks, and this doesn't seem to have the right cards in it. Shock. Okay, dive down. I guess I should have done Spell Pierce on the shock, and then I could have dived down and saved my guy, but what's he gonna do? How's he gonna win? He needs to kill the Jin and block 3 guys. With 3 mana. Yeah, so I mean there was no way he was gonna win that. I'm still mad about the draft. That was just like, because it sucks. It takes so long to get the gold to draft one time, and then you go like 2-3. It really doesn't feel good. I went 2-3, right? Yeah. It just doesn't feel good. I really want to be good at drafting, and it's like, it doesn't feel like I am. I can't keep this. There's no land in it at all. It's just unplayable. That's good enough. Like, Herald, we already have a Storm Tamer in as like, it does mostly what the Herald does. The Herald is a little bit better if you only had one. I think we need to get more like impactful stuff off the top. Even another land would be good enough, I think. Okay, it's mono blue. So this lets us block, maybe. Very risky to try to block that though. Like, I know this deck really well. If he has dive down, okay, well, that sucks. Perhaps I shouldn't have even played this, because I could have actually just used Spell Pierce on that, and now I don't have an answer at all. And I don't have Curious Obsession, so not where you want to be. We're going to keep our mana open. Might as well attack. Although, I could chump block just to prevent the card draw from going out of control, but then what do I, like, what do I have left after that? I don't know. I think I am going to chump block it though. Just knowing this deck, like, say I try to play the Jin and he just counters it, I'm pretty much shut out. Like, now that he's got this going and I don't have it, not much I can do. Exclusion Mage would be good. If he doesn't... Okay, so I'm going to opt now. I need like a really good answer. That's not it. That's the same thing. Okay. Storm Tamer, not what I wanted either. So I think I have to play the Jhin here and hope that he can't counter it. You know, I could play a Storm Tamer and hold mana for Essence Scatter and just repeat the turn I did last time. Maybe I do that actually. I need to make him tap out. I don't think it's. I think it's too risky to just play that. Like if he counters this, fine. If not, I'm gonna chump it again. Okay. It sucks that this is happening on my turn because like I counter this and then he's gonna untap and he's got his mana again. But I think I just have to do it. Like maybe he spell pierces it. Okay, no. Because also he was gonna tap it and then I wouldn't be able to chump it anymore. But what I want to happen is that he uses up his mana. It sucks that I don't have Essence Scatter anymore. Okay, block please. Because now if he plays like a Jhin, I'm just like, okay, so he plays the best thing he could do. Yeah. Just have to opt here. I mean, I think I pretty much lost, but I'm going to play it out. I could still claw my way back in, maybe. Another Jhin. At least if he counters... Oh, he tapped out, though, so... Our Jhin is a little bit bigger than his. If he doesn't have another... He probably has another land. Yeah, he has it. Okay, cool. But he can't really attack with that. Well, he can, but I'm going to kill it. Dive down. Yeah. It's still... At least he doesn't draw a card, but... With the Jhin out, you know, shutting his drawdown isn't quite good enough anymore. He could still have Essence Scatter, but I can actually Spell Pierce it, so I just play that, I think. I'm not going to attack. I have to build a wall. This is pretty strong position, honestly. Having these two guys resolve. If he gets Exclusion Mage, it's pretty great for him. So that's probably what he top decked right here, just by the way his draws have been going so far. Yeah, it's not the best attacks. I don't know why he attacked with that. He's got mana. He just might have Dive Down again. I'm just going to double block it. Dive Down puts it up to... +3. Wait, it puts up to 5, so it doesn't matter, does it? I feel like he's got... Maybe he just has double dive. How could he have double dive down still? I'm not going to overthink this. It just seems like a really questionable attack. I guess dive down on the Jhin. Oh, Trickster? Okay. I don't think it works the way he thinks it does. Oh, yeah, it does. Wait, what? I'm confused. So, does it work? I thought you don't prevent attacks. Oh, he taps it, so he gets it through. Okay, I get it. But he just didn't get to... His attack didn't go through, but we didn't kill each other. Or we did. What the fuck? I don't know what fucking happened. God damn it. Okay. Does he counter that? If he can do it? Probably you do, yeah. I mean, we're both out of cards, but... So not attacking prevents his weaker stuff from attacking, because if he attacks with everything now, I just kill his weak stuff, so now, yeah, he just gets that. Is this a dive down? Do I think it's a dive down? I don't care. I have to block it, I think. Okay, that's a good draw. So maybe I can claw my way on this one. If he draws another cube, pretty much just lose. I draw one, it's really good. Okay, so not the best draw on these islands, but so the question here, he's got 3, I have 6. So I will win the race at this point. If I don't attack, I risk that he just draws like Exclusion Mage. If I attack, I risk that he gets Curious Obsession. I'm going to not attack, actually. I want to get one more creature down if I can. Because if he top decks Curious Obsession now, it's not even good for him because I can just block it. Alright, well that's good for him. So attacking would have been good, I guess. Now he probably gets Curious Obsession too. Yeah, okay, alright. I mean, I can't really complain there. I was playing behind. Of course, he got more answers. He was drawing twice as many. Well, actually, I shut his draw down. That was probably the smartest thing I did. Was just kept chump blocking that earlier Curious Obsession, because if I hadn't done that, he just would have shut me out entirely. But yeah, I mean, and like even if I had attack with a Jin right there, it wouldn't have mattered. I just would have done damage to him. It didn't make a real difference in the game. Really, really shaky. Like, if I can opt and hope to take another land. I have 2 drops available. If I do get that other land, I can hold mana for a spell. I'm going to keep it. I can play this at the end of his turn. I can spell pierce if he does some kind of, I don't know, what spell do you play in turn 1, but the likelihood that I'm able to get a land is pretty high, I think. I have like 2 tries. A 1-drop would be okay, but I really would rather have a land. I've got everything in my hand costs 2, and I have 1 land. Okay, thank God. Wizard's Retort is good. I'll hold mana. I can Scatter or Trickster. The Sprite would be nice to have down to start surveilling, but I think it's more important to lock him down. Blue, green, interesting. Merfolk then. How much do I care about that? I don't care. He can do that. I'm not going to use Essence Scatter on that. The real thing I care about is whatever's next. You know, like, okay, I have to hold mana. I didn't draw any land. We're going to attack though. Only downside of attacking is if he gets Curious Obsession, I won't be able to block it, but I can Spell Pierce it probably. Well, if he draws a land and he has Curious Obsession, I can't Spell Pierce it. I don't think he's doing. He's got like a weak. I don't know what this deck is. Okay, it's Merfolk. Yeah, I will scatter that just because it's a 2-drop. I mean, this will grow eventually. It saps tempo from him. These Merfolk decks rely on just having a bunch of a bunch of synergy going off, and each little thing you add really dramatically increases the synergy. Really shit that we're not trying an island. But what can you do? We could, you know, I could draw cards now and get better long-term, but I need to retort everything he does basically. So the reason I want to draw so much is to keep getting counters. As long as I have a counter in hand, I'm just going to use it every time. Hopefully he doesn't have another 1-drop. Okay, he doesn't. No land still. Argument to be made for a Chart a Course at this point, but because basically we're looking at what's going to happen. He's going to play. Probably he's going to get down a creature next turn. If eventually can Exclusion Mage one of his creatures, but that's not very good. The Merfolks are doing work only because he can't block it really. The Sprite will actually go over and help my. This is kind of a better long-term plan maybe. It's not exciting though. Chart a Course is going to help me the most next turn probably. Let's hold out. I really only need one more land, really. Like, that's... Alright, let's try to course. We could get a land right now. Okay, we're just never going to draw land, I guess. That sucks. Okay. So I don't really know what the deck is trying to do. It's a Merfolk deck, but it's different than the ones I've seen before. We're still not getting land. Holy shit. Okay. To attack and just try to race him. But 3, 4, 5. He's got more damage on the board. It's not really good. Alright, we're going to just play the Sprite. Don't like it, but... Do I attack and let him trade here? I think I do. This is just going to become pretty irrelevant, I would say. Like... Yeah. And he realized... By him not trading, he confirmed that I made the right... Oh my god, so he's going to draw 3 cards here, unless I chump. Well, I can't block that anyway. I have to chump. I'm not chump blocking that. He can draw 3 cards. Drawing 2 cards and 3 cards is pretty similar deal here. It's equally bad. Well, there's Curious Obsession. Still no land, of course. So we put it on this dude. We're probably dead though. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage next turn, assuming he doesn't buff anything. We can do some chump blocking, I guess. Jesus Christ, we're literally never gonna draw land. Like this, we have a 2 land in our starting hand, and we haven't drawn any since. Oh my god, dude, unbelievable. Okay. It's kind of too late too. I think he's probably gonna get like 2 or 3 creatures down here. He might just have lethal, like. Well, no, the chump blocking will probably save lethal, but it's really bad. Well, I'll take that trade if you're actually giving it to me. He drew all those cards and didn't get anything? I just figure if he had something, he would have played it pre-combat for the synergy. Okay. Can I please draw a land? Alright. It's probably too late, but at least we got it. So we can bounce 1 dude if we really wanted to use our mana like that. This is just a better block. The Sprite can attack pretty well. We could also, maybe the best play is to put another Obsession on the Sprite to just attack for more damage, and then Trickster to prevent 1 attack. How much damage are we taking if we prevent 1? His best attack is this one, I guess. Oh, actually that will prevent him from drawing too. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 damage. So that's lethal. We can chump block with the Herald to not die, assuming he gets no other buffs whatsoever. Well, I think that's the best way of actually winning. So we'll try it. I want another land, actually. We're very likely to draw it at this point. There it is. So that gives us a little bit more choices. Oh no, we already played a land, never mind. Alright. I think I'm... Oh, maybe I should have kept that. Fuck. I should have discarded Chart a Course. Why did... Because that could have given me extra damage. Like, I might need that extra damage.